5 organs and their anatomical counterparts. In Western medicine, organs are defined as tangible entities. If there is no physical structure, there is no name assigned to it. In Chinese medicine, however, organs are not defined by their physical form, but rather by their functional roles. This is akin to how departments in a company are defined not by their physical location, but by their scope of work or function. For instance, regardless of changes in physical space, such as the 3rd floor, 4th floor, West Wing, Richard, or Jane, the finance department or general affairs department continues to exist as functional entities. For example, in Chinese medicine, the liver refers to the organs or systems within the body that possess the energy or essence of wood, mu. It does not refer to the liver as a palpable physical organ. 5 organs and their anatomical counterparts. The heart, lungs, and kidneys are relatively straightforward to understand because their roles in traditional Chinese medicine closely align with their anatomical functions. For example, the heart can be associated with the cardiovascular system, the kidneys with the urinary and reproductive systems, and the lungs with the respiratory system. In contrast, the liver and spleen differ significantly in their functions and interpretations in TCM compared to their anatomical counterparts. Below, I will provide a concise summary of the primary functions of these 5 organs from both TCM and biomedical perspectives. This comparison is meant to give you a general impression of each organ in TCM, but keep in mind that these connections are not direct equivalents and are provided solely to aid your understanding. In traditional Chinese medicine, the lung is best understood in terms of both the respiratory and immune systems in Western medicine. Therefore, the lung system in TCM includes not only the lungs on both sides of the chest, but also the airways and the diaphragm. Additionally, structures involved in the primary immune response in the respiratory system, such as the adenoids, tonsils, and lymph nodes, are also part of the lung system. The lungs are considered the uppermost organ among the 5 organs, and they are said to be the first to encounter pathogenic factors. This is not merely a metaphor. Within the lung system, the skin and the intestines are included, as they play roles in the first line of defense by interacting with external substances. This makes the lung system in TCM quite comprehensive. In TCM, the kidney is closely related to the urinary and reproductive systems in Western medicine. It is intricately connected to the production and excretion of urine. Additionally, organs and functions associated with sexual activity, such as the testes, ovaries, and prostate, as well as endocrine functions related to reproduction, belong to the kidney system in TCM. The kidney is also strongly associated with the bones, making it a focus of treatment for degenerative bone diseases and osteoporosis. In TCM, the heart corresponds to the cardiovascular system in Western medicine. Thus, conditions like angina, myocardial infarction, and arrhythmias are all seen as issues of the heart. The brain's functions are also associated with the heart in TCM. The heart is considered the organ that governs mental activities and is the most superior organ in this regard. Also, cerebrovascular diseases are also classified as heart-related problems in TCM. Mental activities such as cognitive function, orientation, and memory are closely linked to the heart. In TCM, the spleen differs entirely from the Western concept of the spleen. It is believed that during the early introduction of TCM to the West, this organ was mistranslated. The spleen in TCM is most closely related to the digestive system, including the esophagus, pancreas, stomach, duodenum, and the functions of all the intestines. Issues such as poor appetite, overeating, or diarrhea are associated with the spleen in TCM. The liver in TCM is challenging to align directly with a single system in Western medicine. The liver's primary function in TCM is to regulate the flow of QI. It is closely related to emotional expression. The liver also stores blood, playing a key role in blood distribution and regulating menstruation. Although the liver shares similarities with the heart, there are some differences. The liver primarily deals with blood deficiency, while the heart focuses on circulation. The liver is more connected to emotional expression, while the heart is associated with cognitive functions. Additionally, the liver is linked to the sinews or tendons and is responsible for the strength and function of muscles. Five organs association with five phases are just metaphors. The association of the five organs with the five phases is purely metaphorical. Avoid forcing anatomical organs into the five-phase system or attempting to explain overly stretched theories. The names of the organs serve as symbols and metaphors, with the focus placed on their functions rather than their physical entity. Don't be tricked by their names. As shown in the table, many pre-Han Dynasty texts assign the five organs to different elements within the five phases, wuxing. For example, the famous Taoist text Huainanzi assigned the lungs to fire, Guanzi assigned the liver to fire, while the Huangdi Neijing assigned the heart to fire. We simply follow the system outlined in the Huangdi Neijing. The five organs are merely names associated with the five phases. In traditional Chinese medicine, we refer to the organ with the qualities of fire energy as the heart, but this is not the anatomical heart. Whether we call it fire energy, the liver, or the lungs instead, it does not fundamentally change the concept or clinical application.